If you love to wear makeup, but you're finding that the makeup is caking up and slipping into those fine lines, dare I say, more pronounced lines and wrinkles, or just making your skin look lifeless and drawn and tired, then stick with me while I give you my top tips and tricks for having that youthful, dewy, young looking skin. For the best information on how to live ageless and amazing and be vibrant and full of energy, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell below to be notified when I drop a new video every week. As we age, our skin first starts to get thinner, and then we begin to lose that rosy glow, and of course the fine lines and deep lines and wrinkles begin to set in, and it starts to make us look tired. And of course that impacts how we feel about ourselves. If you were wondering what you can do to address those things and have started to think about going and getting an expensive peel or some laser in order to bring life back to your skin, then by the end of this video, you're going to have some tips and tricks on how to recapture some of that fresh, young look, and you'll be able to do that in minutes every day. You do this through a younger, fresher looking makeup application that will ultimately leave you feeling more refreshed and youthful and looking 10 to 15 years younger. Women be the best version of themselves has been my passion since the age of 14. I have proven these steps and helped hundreds of women look 10 to 15 years younger in minutes. These steps never fail. And now it's your turn. Okay, here we are. And before we get started on how to approach your makeup so that you can get that young, fresh, dewy look, I have to stress the importance of having proper skincare. Now, we all know as we age, our skin gets dry and undernourished. And it's really important that we focus on maintaining that moisture and hydration. You don't have to invest in really expensive skincare in order to do this. A simple basic routine that you do religiously in the morning and at night will help to maintain the health and the moisture in your skin. So I want you to comment below with the one thing that you find the hardest in starting or maintaining a skincare routine. I will use your comments and address them in future videos. Okay, so let's get to actually applying the foundation. You'll notice my skin is glowy right now. You can actually see a little bit of shine, and that's because it's very hydrated. The skincare product that I have is still there. It hasn't worn off. It's nice and dewy and fresh, and that is what you want to be applying your foundation on. Now, I don't care what type of foundation you're using. You should be following a couple of basic application techniques. I'm going to give you what works for me. And I know a lot of you out there are at different stages in your maturing skin. And a lot of the people who who provide you with information for mature skin talk about fine lines and wrinkles and a little bit of sagging. I'm talking to you ladies that are a little more advanced than that. You have heavy lines. They're deep. You're well past the fine line and wrinkle stage. What do you do then? It doesn't matter how many different types of products you use. It doesn't really matter on the prep that you do to your skin. You're still finding that it's sliding in. Now, I believe less is more. And so I don't put a lot of products on. When we get to our more mature skin, I find that the more products that we put on, we are disguising what little life we have left in our skin, which is making us look older. So this is what I truly believe with less is more. I go back and I try and recreate first what my younger skin looked like. And from there, I apply my makeup, the balance of my makeup. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to be applying as little foundation as possible. I like to use a sponge. I dampen it, I squeeze it out really well inside of the Kleenex, and it leaves it with just the proper amount of moisture in it so that it doesn't absorb up a lot of my foundation. I'm not big on a brush to apply foundation because I find it pulls and you leave you end up with little streaky marks on your nose and different places, and I'm not a fan of that. So I use either my fingers or a sponge. Fingers, fresh, clean. Sponge, fresh, clean. Grab your foundation. Now, in another video, I will also cover how you choose the right color for your foundation. You should never, ever have a large change. When you go like this at first with your foundation, you shouldn't have a completely different color there. If you do, then you've chosen the wrong color foundation. As I'm applying my foundation, you are going to find that I do not apply any here, because this is where all my really deep lines are. I do not apply it here, and I do not apply directly under my eyes. And I do this for a very good reason. Your foundation will automatically migrate on your freshly cleansed and moisturized skin over a matter of minutes. So it will go in there. If you apply foundation over top of those places, you are actually you're pre-filling those spots. With your foundation, in order to get a good application, you need to bounce for a while. We do this far too quickly. We rush it. And what happens when you're bouncing is that you're pushing it into your skin. When I'm finished, I go and I pat through my fine or my heavy line area. And if you find that there is a lot of product, I pull it out. I go and pat through. Make sure that I have all of this done. Press it through here. By now you will have found that some of the foundation has migrated up into the under eye area, and that's why we're pressing it. Press it through all of those areas. So the next thing that we want to do now that we have a good fresh base is get some color back in our cheeks. I suggest a cream blush. As much cream product on your face as possible when your skin is mature and it's dry, in order to help maintain that youthful glow. I prefer a stick, but right now I have a tube, and so that's what I use. When you're applying your blush, understand that much like in art, your face, you have to respect the structure, the anatomy of your face. And as we age, you will find your aging happens in the middle third. So we don't want to bring attention to that. So when you are applying blush, you bring it to the outside thirds, never over to the apple of the cheek. Take a look at where your skin is naturally starting to pull down and make sure that you don't put it in that spot. Now your blush is going to go in the spots between the hollow and between where your highlighter would naturally be. And just blend it in. As with all stages of makeup, it is best not to rush because your makeup will absorb into your skin and you'll get a completely different look. So right now, I have some flush in my cheeks. Never bring it in, always pull it back and up. So the final step in returning our face to our natural glowy base is an eyeshadow base. And that's because our eyes are beginning to get dark. You will find that the skin has gotten thinner, just like under your eyes, and you have veins that are showing through, or they're beginning to get red looking. So take your base and just put a nice light color as far up as that darkness is happening. Everybody will have it at a different level. The base is not only used for that purpose because what it's going to do is give you, much like a canvas being freshly gessoed, the colors that you apply on top when you have a base are going to be more true to the color that is in the pan that you are trying to achieve. If you're applying a nice light color on a ready or bluish skin, it's going to impact the end result that you're going to get. It's also going to help your eyeshadow to adhere, and you will have less fallout. This is the first steps of returning to the fresh glow that you used to have, the skin you used to start out with. And you will see I already have glow everywhere, but you do need to set this a little bit. Choose a powder that is not heavy in talc and that sits nicely on the pores, and apply a small amount. So I use a fluffy brush, not a pad or a puff. I take just a little bit and I pounce it in the lower cheek area and in the top, just a little. Now you will see where I want to have a natural glow, which is where the highlighter would be. Every place you would think of putting a highlighter, I still have the fresh glowy look from the hydration that you used in your skincare, from the cream products that you used in your foundation, and in your blush, and in your eyeshadow base. And this gives you a nice start to creating a more youthful makeup look. So what you do from here with the rest of your makeup is totally up to you. And everybody's going to be doing something different. But know this, you have just reset your face to looking more natural to what you look like 10, 15 years ago when you were starting your daily makeup routine. What I like to stress is less is more. Try and keep the freshness of your skin more apparent as you get older, because I find that as we cover it more, it makes our skin look dead. The other tip that I want to give you is take a look at your nose and take a look at here. I find many times as I'm looking at women, they have forgotten that they've pulled their foundation across and it's streaky looking. You don't want any area that looks streaky. Take that Q-tip and also go in between your eyes and smooth out where your crepey skin is, because it will accumulate there as well. Just make sure that there's a nice smooth transition for all of the base makeup that you've put on. Now, if you haven't watched my video on the 5-minute facelift for mature skin, go and watch it. It's going to give you some really good tips on how to create that lifted cheek look. You're going to find the link for that in the description below and in the end card for this video. Ideally, what you want to do is enhance what your mama gave you. So take a look at what it is that you want to bring attention to, and also note what it is that you don't want attention to. For me, I like to bring attention to my eyes and downplay my mouth because I had the majority of my aging happening around my mouth. So I use a lot of product techniques to enhance my eyes so people notice that first. And I do wear lipstick, but I downplay it so that this isn't where people automatically go to look first. So I have given you some tips and tricks on how to keep your skin looking 10 and 15 years younger, the application of your foundation, so that you don't cover up the glow, the natural glow that you have, and that will make you appear younger. But what can you do in order to help you to gain back some of that health, some of that youth in your skin? What can you do to prevent the years from impacting your face going forward? I've created a quick reference guide for you that you might find very helpful. It's called the 5 Anti-Aging Facial Massage Techniques that you can do daily. This will help you keep the best face forward. It will help to make sure that you have good blood flow to your skin, so it's nourishing the skin. It will help with maintaining muscle tone, and it helps with drainage of your lymph. You will find the link to that reference guide in the description below. Also, if you'd like to join a community of women just like you, I share lifestyle tips and tricks about anti-aging, food, nutrition, makeup, and everything that's going to help you enhance your longevity and the quality of your life going forward. On TikTok, I do this daily, and you can connect with me there at JanetV. And again, the link is below in the description. If you liked this video and found some value with the tips and tricks that I've given, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. Share it out to any friend that you think might benefit from it. And please comment below with the tip that you found most helpful for you. As always, any questions can be put there, and I will do my best to answer each and every one of them. Be sure to check out these videos, the 5-minute facelift for mature skin, and the video on eyeliner for hooded downturned eyes, 10 years younger, in minutes. I look forward to seeing your comments and providing you with some responses, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please stay safe and always be ageless and amazing.